Hi everyone, welcome back to our Red Blossom Tea channel. So I've chosen 3 teas. These are different varieties, but they also showcase different roasting styles. This is the Purple Bamboo Green, machine roasted. TUNG dark roast, also a convection roast, but this darker style is a little more oxidized for this particular variety, and it has a little more of a nuttiness to it. The Heritage Grand Scarlet Robe is the traditional style of roasting using charcoal. So the lightest one is the Purple Bamboo. For brewing, I'm using a spring GAIWAN. This is from TING, so it's very thin and we lose heat quickly. For the Purple Bamboo, because it's so lightweight for the spring harvest leaves, you will need a heaping tablespoon. Heaping tablespoon is only about 2 to 3 grams. Here I have some brew already and I've used cooler water, and because these are all baby sprouts, the brew isn't going to be dark. It's one of my favorite greens because the flavor is really very rich. It's not tannic. It has a roasted corn nuttiness to it, but at the same time, it's also very buttery. This is the case because the early harvest greens have a lot of oils. That's why they are great for drinking when you're a little bit tired. It's a nice pickup. If you like a stronger roast, then the TUNG dark roast from Taiwan is really nice. These are rolled into rounder balls because it's a machine roasting. So the crafting style relies more on machines for these two. So we're using a summer GAIWAN. This has a wider diameter, wider bowl, so when these roll balls open up, the leaf size is much bigger. So when we're brewing it in here, you could use water that's a little bit hotter. I brew some in advance. So when you're drinking something like this, it's nice to drink it very hot with boiling hot water, or even do a cold steep. But when I steep it in advance and taste it a little later, you could really taste the nuttiness of it. This light amber color is an indication of the roast, but you can also figure out how smooth it is once it's cooled down. And then you'll be able to taste the finish here. For the third tea, the Heritage Grand Scarlet Robe is the most traditional style of roasting. This is from Wuyi Mountain Range. It's a little more oxidized before the crafting. That means the leaves are allowed to rest longer. Oolongs tend to be like that, but for the Heritage Grand Scarlet Robe, this is charcoal roasted. So a piece of charcoal wood is placed into a charcoal pit. We selected Longyan fruit wood for the roasting. And for this, the tea leaves are placed into a bamboo drum. That bamboo drum is placed over a pit. And that's why it has more of that little slight smokiness to the tea. So I've selected my YIXING to brew this tea. When using a YIXING this small, for a tea this rich, it's nice to be able to use boiling hot water and do a much quicker steep. But the Heritage Grand Scarlet Robe is also one of the holy grail of teas. So you can overbrew it, it can cool down and still taste really nice. The color of this steep is much darker. So you have this rich, deep amber color. Notice the brew is much quicker if you're using hot water, so you can go through multiple steeps. But I've also packed this pot with leaves as well, so that the flavor is more like a dark roast coffee. It's a little more espresso-like, and it's really nice after a heavy meal. You still won't get much of the caffeine because the roasting style already allowed some of the oils in the tea leaves to have dissipated. So if you want to read a little more about the different ones, we have each with their details on our website. And then if you like what you're seeing in the videos, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube videos as well.